Hey YouTube, it's Mike Pan Gangster, and today we're gonna try to craft the best quarterstaff that we can craft. Now, a lot of people probably wonder what's the best solution of crafting a good quarterstaff, or at least getting the possibility of crafting something that is either godly or sellable. Okay, so there's a couple ways you could do it. At the end of the day, luck is going to be a big factor of what's going to happen. The only thing that you have in your control is reducing the the odds. That's it. At the end of the day, you're still going to have to get lucky. Now, as you can see, we have about there's 18 staffs here, if I'm right. Yeah, there's 18 staffs here, but I also have three more here, so I got 21 staffs. Okay, so we're gonna craft 21 staffs. I'm gonna show you the best way I believe to craft, to give yourself the best possibility of crafting something that it's either sellable or maybe you get very, very lucky and godly. Now, there's a few things over here, okay, which I'm going to go through because there's a couple ways of doing this. There's one that's really, really, really expensive, and eventually you are going to craft something pretty crazy. Unfortunate, I don't have the funds for that. As you can see, my funds, I got 30 divines. Maybe in all, if I sell my gear and everything, I got a little bit over 50 divines, okay? This is, by the way, this is the staff that I'm using, which is worth anywhere between 5 to 10 divines, okay? Pretty decent staff. Not the best, but good enough, right? So anyways, we're trying to basically get something that is worth either, around that price or godly or whatever, an upgrade, anything, right? We're just basically trying to get staffs that are going to be good. That's it. Now, as you can see, I have a few things over here. So we have the speed modifier, which automatically, when you use this on your staff, you get a attack speed bonus. Now, there's also a version of this, which is the greater version, which is very, very expensive. It's a couple of divines. I think it's like 2 divines and a half or something. Anyway, it's very, very expensive. There's, if you're rich in this game, sure, there's the argument of going for it. And the way it works is that you would basically start off with a physic modifier, and then you will go with a orb of augmentation. And if you will get 2 very, very good stats, then you would use the greater speed one, which would automatically give you the attack speed. So you would have 3 out of 3. You would never use the greater if you don't have 2 out of 2 stats that you want on your staff starting, right? So automatically, if you do it that way, you will get 3 out of 3 whenever that situation would happen, okay? But whenever you do that, it's very, very expensive to use the greater version of this. Like I said, it's like two divines and a half or something. It's expensive. I could show you real quick how expensive it is if I could get there. So yeah, as you can see, it's this one right here. And if you're looking for it, say, I don't know, let's say orbs, it's 600 exotic orbs. Okay, so it's expensive to do. So again, I don't recommend doing it. I recommend doing it in a different way, where, for example, there's 2 ways you could do it. Okay, one, you could use the regular speed modifier, so automatically you start off your staff with attack speed on it. Okay, now of course you're only gonna use the physical one, the greater one, this one right here, which is about 60 exalt orbs per one, okay, which will give you a physical modifier. Now, the way I would do it is, there's 2 ways. One, you could start off right away with a physic modifier. If you like what you get, of course, you're gonna use the orb of augmentation. Then you gotta get 2, and if you get 2 out of 2 with applying the physical one, you could again apply another one. Then you would have a chance of applying another physical one, which physical damage is what is king on staffs for most people. That is one of the stuff that they look for the most, right? For whenever they're trying to buy a staff, okay? Or you can start off with the speed one, which gives you automatically attack speed. Again, you don't know how much you're gonna get, but I think the maximum you can get is like 30% or something like that. And then you go again with the orb of augmentation, which gives you 2 stats. And then you could apply this one if you like those 2 stats. Now, I would only apply the greater essence of torment, the physical one. If I get two really strong IT tier of attack speed and whatever the augmentation one would give me, right? Again, we don't know what's gonna happen. It's all based, a lot of it is based on luck. Like I said, all you can do is basically reduce that luck a little bit, and hopefully we're going to be able to craft something that is worth a little bit. So we're going to do 21 staffs. I guess I have 21 staffs. We're going to hope to get something. Again, if I don't get nothing good, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically give up on them and go to the next one, right? Of course, there are certain other things over here that we could use. And of course, we're going to use the Wriggle Orb to upgrade it to a rare. We're going to use some exotic orbs to see if we get some, some good luck, maybe in some extra stats. And of course, we could use a Val to basically try to get it even better. And you know what I mean? And you can use a Chaos Orb to basically try to eliminate something you don't like for something better, right? So again, we're going to go ahead. We're going to do whatever we could do. If we get lucky, we're going to craft something good. If not, we're just basically going to brick pretty much everything you see there, which is, I don't know, not too expensive right now. I'm going very, very cheap here. But again, these staffs, I basically picked them up myself as I just basically do maps. I don't really buy them off people. I just, whatever, I loot them up myself. And then I basically, when I have quite a few, I decide to do this little run and see if I get lucky, okay? By the way, guys, have you ever felt that you've been cursed at a certain level? I'm level 93 right now, and I feel like, for some reason, I don't know what it is, I cannot get level 94. I keep on dying. I keep going back. Oh man, it's just like one of those cursed levels. Anyways, so the first one we're going to start off, let's start off with a few, we're going to apply speed on a few of these and see what happens if we get lucky with any of these. Okay, so I already see one that looks pretty nice. So we got 21, which is very, very good. Again, oh my God. Whatever, it's a T6. So 21 is very good. 19 is pretty good. 12 is, 6 is very bad. 15, whatever. 26, that is very, very nice. So again, we have a few low ones like 12, 6, and 15. We're still going to use the orb augmentation because we do have still other stuff that we could get that is very, very good. So let's start off with the first one. So I'm not crazy about the accuracy rating at all. Unfortunate, that was on the 21 increased attack speed, which was a good one. Here we get the physical one, which this is pretty nice. So this is a T5, T5. I like that. This one is a T6, T5, but I don't like the accuracy rating. It's just not something that people really, really like. Here, what do we get? Here we get a lightning damage. We get a T5. It's not that high, but whatever. It's something that we could definitely, work on. We get a T7 lightning here. That's nice. Unfortunate, we get it on the one that we got 6 attack speed, which is kind of shit. But whatever. We're still gonna advance and see what else we get with it. Here we get cold damage, T7 cold damage. So decent, I would say, not bad. It has 15 attack speed. So again, not bad. And then we get, again, both the items that I got very, very good increased attack speed. I ended up getting accuracy rating, which really, really, really sucks. Now, there is something that you could do here, okay? Which I don't recommend doing it, is you could use, I always forget the name of this thing. You could try to use a orb of an element, whatever you want to call it, and try to eliminate that. Unfortunately, these things are pretty expensive. Of course, you could also use, actually you can't use, can you use this? Can you use it on 2? No, you can't. That's it. You can't use it on 2. That's why there was that one. Okay, so when this happens, what you could do, I don't recommend doing it unless I feel like you don't really care too much about currency. You could use a orb of annihilation, for example, and you have a 50-50 chance to basically eliminate that one stat that you don't want. So for example, I feel like on this one here, which we have 26 increased attack speed, a 50-50 chance here probably wouldn't be the worst idea to try it. So we're going to try it just for the fun of it. I don't think it's probably the smartest thing to do, but I don't think it's the worst thing to do. If we actually do get lucky and eliminate the accuracy rate, we get a second shot at maybe something better. So let's go for it. What do we get? We get extremely lucky. So we get a double chance to basically get something better. And what do we get? We get something better, but not exactly that great. So we get a T2 cold damage. Look, it's better than the accuracy one, but it's definitely not like I said, I could get very expensive very quickly. But this is a way to basically take a shot at certain things. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let this one ride and see what we get, because this could get very expensive very quickly. So let's go ahead and let's make these staffs rares. So okay, the first one we end up getting physical damage as mana. The second one we actually get a T5 physical damage. That is pretty nice. Unfortunate. We have, wait, did we get the fire one, or we already had the T5? No, I think we already had the T5. I think we got the fire one. Here we get 97% to increase elemental damage, T4. That's pretty good. It's not the highest roll, but it's pretty good. Almost 100%. That's pretty good. That's something that people like to have on staffs. I have it on mine. Unfortunate, this is, I mean, it's looking decent. It just doesn't have that great attack speed on it. This is the worst one that we have, but we have a good T7 lightning damage on it. Let's see what we get here. We get the critical hit. We get a small one. So we get two T1s, which I think I'm just gonna stop on this one. Even if it's two very nice one, like two nice stats that you want, increased attack speed and critical hit chance. Unfortunate, they're both T1s. So since they're T1s, I'm just gonna give up on this staff because it's gonna get too expensive to try to go for higher stuff. On this one here, we get dexterity, 17, a T4. And what do we get over here? Here we get increase light radius. Very bad. So which one do I want to continue on? I guess we'll take a shot. Should we take a shot at this one? I guess we'll take a shot at this one with exotic orb. I don't think it's that great, but we'll take a shot, see what we get. So we get the accuracy. No, we get the increased elemental damage with attacks. Tier 2 though. I don't know about that one. Here, what do we have? Okay, so we got physical damage, fire damage, and attack speed. Be honest with you, I'm not loving this staff, but we'll give it a shot, see what we get. We end up getting physical damage as mana. Not crazy. Again, you gotta brick a lot of these, but unfortunate, sometimes you have to take a shot here and there. What about this one? This one, we have the lightning damage, increased damage, and attack speed. This one, it's okay. So I guess we'll take a shot at this one. What do we get? We get the critical damage bonus. It's a tier 1, but it's actually a pretty nice one to get. So we're going to give it another one. See what we get here. What did we get? We get increased physical damage with the accuracy rating. Do I like this staff? I'm not really loving it. What would you remove here? I guess we'll give it one last shot just to see what we get. We get intelligence. I don't really like the staff. I don't feel like using a chaos orb on this. Unfortunate, we're not gonna do it. This one, we're not gonna roll on it. And this one here, we get cold damage, attack speed, and dexterity. We'll give it a shot, see what we get. We end up getting life per enemy killed. We're not too crazy about it. This one here, I think we're just gonna give up on this one here. So unfortunate, I'm not liking what I'm seeing on these staffs. I mean, you could on this one here, it's a 50-50 chance to use a chaos orb. Let's use one. What did we change? Was it the mana? Let's give it a second one. 30 intelligence. Oh my god. I think we're just gonna quit on this one. So we got that, and that. It's a T8 though. Let me just put it out here just to see what we get. Increased physical damage, but we get a tier 1. Let's put another one just for the fun of it. And we actually get a tier 5 physical damage. So, I mean, look, the weapon itself is definitely a weapon that is usable, but for somebody that's really on a low budget, because after you basically put the two augmentations sockets and you basically upgrade it to quality, it becomes a decent staff, but nothing really crazy. Let's just put it here for now, and the rest we're just gonna basically sell. Unfortunate, I don't like what we got here. As you can see, it can get very expensive very quickly, but that's okay. Let's take 6 more here. Again, we're gonna go with the speed one once again and see what we get. So we get 13, 16, 12, 28, very nice. 6 and 6. Oh man, I just hate getting these low level ones. Anyways, second one, we get accuracy rating, which I hate. Fire damage, it's a T6, but I don't feel like a lot of people use fire damage, but whatever. Then we get physical damage, again, tier 2, low one. Hopefully we roll something nice on this one, because 28 increased attack speed is very nice. And we do get a nice one. Well, a nice one. Look, we get physical damage. It's probably not the best one because it's tier 3, but it's definitely good. Especially that we have 28 increased attack and 84 physical damage. It's decent. This one's kind of shit. We get like, I think I'm just gonna like, and here we get tier 2. So we're gonna get rid of these two instantly, because this one's pretty nice. So we're gonna keep this one because I want to see what happens with that one. I want to see what happens with that one after. Okay, we're gonna check that one after at the end, because it's pretty. It's a nice one. I don't like this one. Tier 2. I mean, let's see what we get here. We get lightning damage, and let's see what we get here. We get tier 2. Well, here we have fire and tier 2 physical, and tier 5 fire with attack speed. I mean, these good? I don't think so. I don't really like it. I mean, we'll give it another shot here, see what we get. We get the physical damage, tier 3, or it's the fire and lightning. What do we get here? Yeah, I'm not liking these weapons. Fortunate. I'm not crazy about these ones, so we're just gonna get rid of them. Like I said, I'm on a low budget, so I'm really looking for the home run here. So we got a couple more here, not many, but then we're gonna try the physical one. Actually, you know what? No, let's go with the speed one again. 13, 10, 10, 16, 18. I guess that's decent. 25, very nice. So we hit one pretty nice one. This one, 13, whatever. We're gonna try see what we get. We get lightning damage, tier 5, nothing great. Here we get a tier 1 fire damage. Here we get a tier 1 cold damage. Here we get a, wow, here we get a really nice one. We get a tier 6 increased physical damage. That is a very nice one. 16% increased attack speed is actually pretty good. I'm liking this one a lot. We'll see what happens with that one. Here we get the cold damage tier 1, and here we get adds a tier 5 physical damage. It's pretty decent one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep this one, and of course we're gonna keep this one. What are we gonna do with these four? So this one has the lightning damage tier 5, tier 1, tier 1. Man, I don't know about these ones. I think these ones, I'm just gonna give up on them. But I will see what this one gives. So this one gives increased stunt build up. Unfortunate, not loving it at all. I don't like the fire damage. I don't really like these ones. Now there's something that you could do, and that is basically take 3 of these and reforge it, and you get an extra one. That is something that I will recommend people doing instead of selling them. You just basically identify it and see if it's a good one. So what do we get on this one? So we end up getting 10% attack speed and a tier 2 fire damage. Unfortunately, we keep getting like just bad stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and get rid of these two. Not crazy about this one. So we got 3 of them left here. This time what we're going to do is we're actually going to use the physical modifier. Wait, this one already adds attack speed on it. Okay. So we get tier 5 increased physical damage. Pretty nice one, actually. And we get a tier 3 physical damage with the accuracy. What do we get here? Here we get tier 6 cold damage. That's pretty good, tier 6. Come on, give me something good here. Life per enemy killed, tier 1. Unfortunate. And here we get the reduced attributes. Unfortunate. Let's go ahead and give a shot at these ones and see what we get. So we get attack now. We get life per enemy killed, tier 5. We get the leech here, physical damage. What do we get here? I'm confused. Was it the cold damage we got here? I think it's the cold damage. So let's see. Tier 6, tier 4, tier 5. I mean, decent tiers, but nothing really like crazy. I guess we'll give it a shot here, see if we get something. So we get the leech physical damage as mana. Come on, give me something. Nah, pretty much shit. Increase physical damage. I don't know if I like this one. Nope. No. Man, we didn't really get lucky in our staffs. I mean, eventually we're going to hit something, but not this time. So we have this one that if we upgrade it, maybe it's sellable for a few exalts, not much. Then we have our 3 best ones. So this one here has amazing attack speed, decent physical damage with the tier 5. This one here has, again, amazing attack speed, tier 8, and 84 increased physical damage, which is okay, not the best one. And then we got D1 that I like a lot because it has tier 6 increased physical damage. So the physical damage on this one is looking very, very nice. And I may use a greater Essence of Torment here to make sure we get another physical attribute on this one. But we're going to see. Let's start off with these ones and see what we get. So the worst one out of these two, I don't know which one it really is, but let's go with this one. Let's see what we get here. So here we get the accuracy rate. No, we don't get the accuracy rate. We get we already had the physical damage. Okay, so we get a tier 3 physical damage and accuracy. Okay. What do we get here? Here we get lightning damage tier 2. Let's give it a shot here and see what else we get. I mean, we get tier 7 lightning damage. That's pretty good. I mean, overall, this is not too bad. What else do we get? We got the stun, increased light radius. Unfortunate. Nothing that we really like, but we're going to try to exalt this, chaos this, sorry. There's a few that I wouldn't mind removing here. So, of course, the accuracy rating, I would like for it to leave. The stun duration and the light, all of those would be nice to disappear, but let's see what happens. We got the cold damage here for the, I don't know. I think we're just going to quit on this one. Give it one last shot. Yeah. Doesn't look good. Okay, so this one here, we got the lightning, physical, and attack speed. I really like the attack speed. Tier 8 is really, I really would like to see something good here. What do we get? Of course, we see the accuracy rating. Man, it fucking sucks. What else? We get the critical hit chance. Tier 2, but it's a nice one to get. and we get dexterity. So I would like to remove the lightning and the accuracy. If the lightning and accuracy would disappear, this could be a decent one. So the accuracy does disappear and we get a cold. Give it another shot. Okay, that's nice. So we end up getting the physical damage one. So we got the attack speed, the critical hit chance, dexterity. We got physical damage, tier 3. We got cold damage, tier 4. And we got physical damage, tier 6. It's a decent weapon. So we'll do something with this one. I think this one is actually sellable. But we're going to have to make sure that we basically upgrade the quality of it, get the sockets, and maybe even put a Val on it and see what happens there. Now on this one here, because I really like the tier 6 physical damage, I really feel like using one of these. These are very expensive. I don't do this very often, but I'm going to do it on this one. But before we do it, I want to see something. I want to sell this one. Wait, I do need some more of these. So this is what I would do on this one. I would put the 2 sockets. I would upgrade it all the way to level 20, which is decent. And then I would vol it and hope that you hit something. Did I hit something? I don't even know if I hit something. I think we hit, oh, well, we hit nothing, I think. Did something change or not? I feel like nothing changed on that. Then what I would do is I would use the physical one here. And it would be 250 physical damage to 401 physical damage. It would have critical hit chance of 12.04. Good attack speed, because it's got the 28% attack speed. I mean, look, I think this weapon could fetch me easily a 1 divine plus. I think 1 divine easily for sure, because of the fact that it has 28 increased attack speed and it also has 2% critical hit chance. It's a tier 2, but it's definitely something that people do like. It's got stats that people like. It's got the physical damage that people want. It's got the increase in elemental damage, which I just realized it's tier 3. I think that's what we just got. It's got the increased attack speed, the critical. I think this weapon is actually. I think this weapon is actually worth a lot more. We're gonna check it out to see after how much it's worth. I think this weapon is actually worth a decent amount. So let's go ahead and hope for the best over here and use one of these, which are like pretty expensive, I would say, and hope that we hit the jackpot. What do we get? Oh man, we got the physical damage as mana. Definitely not what we wanted. We wanted the one that adds physical damage. I mean, of course, we're still gonna exalt it and see if we get luckier. So what do we get here? So we get increased stun duration. Okay, so now we have a 50-50 chance of something that we don't want. So we could use a chaos, or we could use one of these and try to see what we get next. Let's see, use one of these first, let's see what we're getting. Okay, so we get the fire one. Okay, we're gonna use a chaos orb. So I wouldn't mind losing the fire one. I mean, it's pretty good because it's the tier 6. I would rather you lose the increased stun duration and of course the physical damage to mana. I don't really care too much for those. I would rather see something different, but let's go see what happens. What did we get? I think we just lost the one that we didn't want to lose. Yeah, we lost the attack speed. So unfortunate. This one is a complete brick. I think we'll give it one last shot here. Unfortunate, it was just unfortunate we lost the worst one that we wanted to lose. And again, we lose another one. Wow, that ended up breaking quite fast. But look, we do have a very good staff in this one here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the website and I'm gonna check how much this weapon is going for, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, well, interesting scenario here, because when it comes to our weapon, there's not many weapons at all, except for like this one that's very high in damage, which again, this is a mirror weapon because of the crit chance and crit. As you can see, it has the exact same thing, only we have the mana one here, but it has you know, it's got higher versions. Of course, this is a mirror weapon, which, for example, this one's not that great, but it's, I don't know, a guy listed for 25 divines. I don't think it's worth 25 divines. But when you look at the search filter that I have here, so I got the increase physical damage, add to physical damage, increase elemental damage, increase attack speed, and critical hit chance, okay? So because our weapon has critical hit chance, if we would remove this, automatically the weapon is already a 1 divine. And then we look for the damage. So for example, our weapon is close to this damage, it's 10 divines, and this one doesn't have crit chance. I feel that there's a possibility that the weapon that I've created is worth quite a bit. Let's go back to it real quick. So as you can see, we're back at the weapon, and as you can see, it's the exact same stats that I showed you. There's one thing I could check, and that is my DPS over here. So I have 134 DPS with this weapon over here. Let's see if it's more. And it actually is more. 137 DPS. Interesting. And this weapon here goes anywhere between 5 to 10 divines. So the fact that this weapon is actually higher DPS with less physical damage means we really rolled some pretty insane stats on it. What I'll do is I'll see if I'll sell it or not. I feel like while we hit an upgrade, which is rare. I mean, it's rare to hit an upgrade. I think we got very lucky. So when people wonder like how to basically craft some of the best stats in the game, well, you just basically witness me craft one, because this is a very good weapon. I believe this weapon, I think this weapon could go fetch over 10 divines quite easily, probably even more. It depends how much a person wants to pay. Like I said, when I bought this weapon here, I paid 7 divines, okay? And I know I got this for a good price because there was people that were offering me 10 divines for it. The fact that this one here, oh my god, if I could go to it, is actually better DPS because of the fact that it has higher increased attack speed, which is very tier 8, and the critical hit chance. I feel like this weapon could go fetch even higher, but I think I want to keep it for now because I really like the way it looks like. And imagine, it was only an item level 80, and this, oh, they're both level 80 items. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about the video, about the weapon. How much do you guys believe this weapon will fetch? If I do sell it in the next video, I will let you guys know if I did sell it or not, if I kept it, but one of them is going for sure. I think I am going to keep it most likely and sell the other one, but I will list this one just to see if people are gonna like send me a few messages to buy. I'm very curious if someone would want to pay, how much they would want to pay for this weapon. So anyways, hopefully you guys liked the video. A bit longer than I expected, and that's the way you craft the best quarterstaff in the game. It's not the best one, but you know what I mean. That's how you craft a good one. We're gonna come back with another video next time. We're gonna see if we could craft one even better. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Have a good day.